Next up, I'm very pleased to introduce Professor Pulkit Khanna. She is the Dean of our Jindal Institute of Behavioral Sciences.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the presence of all dignitaries, colleagues from JGU, and our dear students in this room. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you all this evening. I'd like to just begin by saying that the 26 alphabets of the English language are often not enough to sum up the experiences of the universe. For those of you who understand a bit of Sanskrit, Yatha Bhuta Shastra, pardon my pronunciation, but that is the term for it, where it is supposed to represent the ultimate knower of reality. And the way to that is actually not through reasoning, but as the author of the book today, Dr. Ravi Kumar also said, is the journey inward. And that is how I felt it's a beautiful culmination of reflection and reasoning. I've been very fortunate to have privileged access to this book, of course, with full trust that I don't share it anywhere. And I've had the pleasure of going through it. So one of the first things that struck me at the very outset, I'm a psychologist by training, and I thought to have an accomplished physician and a psychiatrist take such a psychological approach to what a full life means. To talk of it as an opportunity and a journey of privileges was just remarkable. And very up next was the fact that this fascinating anthology of 52 short essays, I thought here's the physician being very careful about dosage, 1 essay per week of the year. So being very careful that you've got an optimum dosage to last you through the year, to look for inspiration, to look for motivation. And then I thought it's so remarkable that there's brevity, there's simplicity, and there is so much minimalism, all virtues that are hard to come by these days. But there's so much of weighty issues of life, of living, of death that he addresses, all with a lightness of touch. Then come the glorious illustrations that he spoke of, which I thought, much like the messages in this book, it's a beautiful opportunity for the reader to engage with the illustration and make our own meaning of it. How does it occur to you? At what phase are you in life? What sense do you make of it? Much like what a lot of other content in the book does as well. Personally, I do believe that as human beings, the two greatest blessings that distinguish us from others on this planet is our power of memory and that of imagination. Two also very big, I'd say a double-edged sword, two curses, because our memory constantly keeps us entrenched in what happened. I'm sure the students and all of us as well often keep thinking about, I wish I'd said this then. Or the power of imagination that keeps plummeting us into anxieties, into worries of what the future holds. All this while missing to live in the moment, in the here and now, a reminder that often keeps coming back through this book. But I will like to quickly draw to a close by very loosely quoting Voltaire, who said, "The secret of a bore is to say it all." And much like that in this book, there's a lot said, but a lot left unsaid. And I do think that this book, as it occurred to me, hopefully will to many other readers, as something that you revisit over and over again in your life. Something that you come back to like a trusted friend. And when you come back to it, depending on what mood you're in, what you're thinking, what phase of life you're in, it might help you with some answers you seek. It might give you comfort in not knowing a lot of things as well. But I am certain that the way it is expressed, it's going to appeal to a very wide and diverse segment of readers. And I wish the author, Dr. Ravi Kumar, and the book and the publisher all the success. Thank you very much.